Ozzie, if I asked you the same question, how do you see the changes? How do you see the efforts, the protests around racial injustice impacting professional sports, particularly baseball? We all know that Colin Kaepernick, taking a knee when the national anthem was being played, resulted basically in the loss of his professional career. What changes do you see in professional sports, particularly baseball, that you're closest to, as a result of these national protests around racial injustice?
That's very important. Very, very important, because we have the power to people see us day in and day out, and we have the power to teach people and to let them know we care about this problem. We care about this moment. Some people will disagree or have a different opinion, but in baseball community, just being very together, very strong, supporting that. Very, very strong supporter, because I see around players talking, players making statements, players making a powerful thought about how we feel about this. To me, it's right now is the right opportunity to stay up and create that stronger message, not just because one problem. I think they got to stay up the longest they can and the hardest they can to continue to stay in the same level, not just do this for a year and boom, forget about it. I think this has got to be year by year, because we have to, it's our job to make everything better and more clear. It was kind of weird for me, because when I come from Venezuela, I just told my wife, my God, we just moved to Venezuela, to Chicago. Now I'll see all this in the United States. You never think about it, or I never went through it. I know it was it's hard for community to be who they want to be. But seeing in the last 3 months out of this, with the COVID, with all the problems out there, police attacking people, and all the sudden the protect people went out and say, hey, we got enough. Yes, I think it's time to tell the community, say, listen, we got to deal with this day in and day out. Why? We're Americans the same way everybody else does. Why we had to, let me see how I can say that. We had to teach policemen how to deal with people, how to deal with human beings. Not just like, hey, wait a minute, no, because you from another country, you are African American, you are going to be treated different than the guy. It's not the same as me. I think we got to treat people as a human beings. We got to treat people that they life matter to everyone, not just to everyone. And I think that thing go out of the hands for a little while, because I never seen it in the States. I never did. I seen it in my country every day. Kids getting killed in the street. Last 2-3 years in the street, because the governor don't accept what the people want, and it get to the point like it's sad and embarrassing to see those moments happen to us in the United States with no reason. Why is no reason? Because I think we all the same. We all the same, no matter what religion you are, what color you are, where you come from. We're humans like everybody else. I think it's time for Major League. Well, I think Major League Baseball doing a tremendous job to make this voice stay up. And I talked to a lot of white guys, a lot of friends of mine about it. They're supporting the people. Tim Anderson, Chicago White Sox shortstop, is very strong at it, and not just one guy be punished. Okay, you're going to punish one guy like the way they did it with the NFL, and they did it to a catcher from Oakland A's. He was playing in our ball club in Mexico because he knee down, he couldn't find a job. And that's embarrassing. That's sad. That's sad, because everybody has the way to tell them how I feel. But nowadays, we have the power. Right now, I think right now people will listen to the athletes. Basketball, we know what to put up with this. We're done. We're not playing. Football, I say, if they continue to happen, I think sport have very, very, very strong power to let people, we care about humans. We care about humans. And I think right now, it's talking about MLB is doing a tremendous job about that system. Like everybody losing jobs, scouts, everybody do because that minorities lose the job like left and right in baseball because the COVID plus that everything come around. No people go to the ballpark. They don't have any money to support them. Some owners that better than others, but it's time for USA to step it up and stay there. Stay there. I say, listen, we have the same right everybody does. Then the long they stay there and they, I don't want to say fight, they stay there and contribute and be together. I think it's going to be a little bit different. I don't think it's going to be all great, but it's going to be a lot different now on. I think they're going to listen to us more often, and they're going to listen to our opinion and our way to do stuff than anybody else. I mean, you in baseball, you African American, you Latino, you got to work 3 times harder. And no, maybe when you play, you don't feel that way because your ability take care of that. But when you off the field and you work as a manager, coach, a scout, general manager, how many black general managers are in baseball? 2. How many minorities is a manager? Maybe Dusty Baker. And we have to get better because there's so many African American coaches and managers can be better, and they don't get the opportunity. I don't know why. To be honest with you, I don't know why they didn't say. We don't sit together and say, I know more than you. I know more than you. But when you, like Kenny Willis always told me, said, when you come from another country and when you my type, believe it or not, it's going to be harder. But to me, it was so easy coming here, be a baseball player, got a great career, everything. I never feel that way. But now, I'm off the field, I work behind the scene, behind the thing. You got to be careful what you say, what you do, who you talk to, when you talk to. It's a mess because one mistake you make, they punch you forever because where you come from, who you are, and what you do. And other people, they're acting like deaf and blind. They're like, oh, we don't hear anything, we don't see anything. With us, nah. They will punish you right there, and they will that will have you for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. Because we cannot say sorry. They do. We can. No, we can, I'm sorry, I make a mistake. They don't understand what I say. I misunderstand what I say. No. They don't believe in that. Our second opportunity, very short. But we have to have the same opportunity that everybody has because you learn by mistakes. But our mistake only happened once. Anybody else mistake can happen a few times. That's the way baseball is right now. And it might be, will be for the rest of our life, but it got to get better. Yes, it's going to get better. Yes, because I think right now sport is very strong what we have in the system in this moment.